Introduction and definition of environment. Study of an ecosystem or solid waste management. It is the micro level study. Global issues such as greenhouse effect or ozone depletion form macro level study. So there are two types of levels of study, like micro level and macro level. So study of an ecosystem or solid waste management is a micro level, and global issues such as greenhouse effect and ozone depletion comes under macro level category. Biotic factors, they are classified into three functional groups. First is producers. They are self-nourishing organisms. Green plants take solar energy and convert into chemical energy. So their biotic factors are classified into three groups. First group is producer. They are self-nourishing organisms. Then green plants take solar energy and convert it into chemical energy. So green plants are producers. Now second is consumers. They are organisms that depend on producers for their energy source. So consumers are organisms which depend on producers for energy source. Decomposers, they are bacteria and fungi that decompose the decayed material. So decomposers are bacteria and fungi that decompose the decayed material. Now abiotic factors, they consist of non-living parts and can be classified. First is climate factors. They include what are abiotic factors? They consist of non-living parts like stone, etc. So these are abiotic factor, and they can be classified as follows. First is climate factor. So they include precipitation, light, temperature, atmosphere, humidity. So light, temperature, atmosphere and humidity comes under climate factor. Now physiographic factors, so they include all such factors that have their origin in form, behavior and structure of earth surface. So physiographic factors, they include factors that have origin in form of behavior. So they are basically like stone, etc. These are physiographic factors. So they come under the structure of earth surface, like fossil fuels, etc. So these are physiographic factors. Need of environmental studies. Proper planning of urban, rural, industrial, economic developments. To first is, so what is need of environmental studies? So first need is for proper planning of urban, rural, industrial and economic development. Now second is to establish a better communication among various parts of society. So second is to establish a better communication among various parts of society. Third is to maintain peace and harmony. That is to maintain peace and harmony. Fourth is to control changing numbers of death, birth, etc. So it controls changing number of death and birth. To control problems due to fifth is to control problems due to growing population, which include shortage of first natural resources and second is transport. So to control problems due to growing population, which include shortage of natural resources and transport. Significance of environmental management for contemporary managers. So environmental management is especially valuable for internal management initiative with a specific environmental focus. So environmental management is valuable for internal management initiative. Now environmental management improves performance through better management of environmental cost and thus benefits natural and human environment. So this is second significance. Now it reflects unsound production and consumption of patterns, misuse and scanty use of resources and assets like water. So it reflects unsound production and consumption of patterns, so misuse of resources like water resource, etc. So this is also significance of environmental management. Corporate responsibilities. Environmental friendly code of conduct must be noticed at all levels and by all people. Then renewable sources of energy like solar energy, wind energy must be used and so advocated. So environmental friendly code of conduct must be noticed, and renewable sources of energy like solar energy, wind energy should be used. That means these are renewable energy resources and they should be used. Career opportunities in environmental management. Environmental manager is most obvious career opportunity for graduate with a degree in environmental resource management. So graduates with a degree in environmental resource management, uh, they can apply for post of environmental manager. Specialization of environmental resources management consists of soil management, water management, biodiversity management. So, specialization of environmental resource management, it consists of soil, water, and biodiversity management. Graduates with bachelor degree usually start their career with entry level positions or volunteering. So, graduates with a bachelor degree they start their career with entry level with volunteering. Now, employees may include private business, government agencies, and non-profit organization. So, employees include private businesses and non-profit organizations. Now, according to US Bureau of Labor Statistics, greatest number of job opportunities for environmental scientists are in field management. So, uh, a large number of job opportunities for environmental scientists are in field of management. Environmental issues relevant to India. First is greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect is warming of Earth's surface and air about it. So greenhouse is basically a glass house in which plants are grown. So greenhouse effect is warming of Earth's surface and air about it. It is caused by gases in air that trap energy from sun. So it is caused by gases in air that trap energy from sun. Now, second is climate change. It means change in global or regional climate patterns, particularly from mid to late 20th century. So, it means change in regional climate patterns from mid to late 20th century. Now, third is global warming. It is a slow, gradual rise in temperature of Earth due to emission of excess quantities. So, we know that global warming is a serious thing, and it is a slow gradual rise in temperature of earth due to emission of excess quantities. Acid rain, its water contains higher acidity levels due to dissolved CO2. So CO2 is dissolved in acid rain, so its water contains higher acidity levels due to CO2. Now, ozone layer depletion. Fifth is ozone layer depletion. CFC gases are used as coolants in refrigerators. They cause depletion of this ozone layer. So, chlorofluorocarbon gases are used as coolants in refrigerators. So, they cause depletion in ozone layer. Sixth is nuclear accidents. They occur mainly due to nuclear fusion and also release dangerous radioactive radiations. So, nuclear accidents occur due to nuclear fusion and they also release dangerous radioactive radiation. Now, sustainable development. Environmental economic aspect of sustainability include the interaction between environmental and economics. So, concept of sustainable development is of great importance for stabilizing public economy and growth per capita. So basically sustainable development is fulfilling our present needs without disturbing needs of our children or our next generations. So that is sustainable development. Urban sustainability. An ideal sustainable city should have a circular metabolism where it uses only local resources. So, a sustainable city should have a metabolism where it uses only local resources. So, that is urban sustainability. The remedies for more sustainable resource utilization includes following. First, more efficient public transport system, then more compact cities to reduce consumption of fossil fuels through automobile traffic. Then more so remedies are as follows. First is more efficient public transport system, then more compact cities, then more efficient recycling of inorganic waste. Role of construction sector for sustainable development. Main challenges faced by construction sector are life cycle design planning, second production and manufacturing of building materials. In construction sector, these are challenges like life cycle designing, then production and manufacturing of building materials, then facility management of buildings. Role of engineers towards achieving a sustainable development. Fresh water to be given the highest priority. A strategic approach has to be reached to preserve, protect, and supply fresh water. So, fresh water should be given highest priority. Then, hazardous waste like radioactive should be disposed of in country in which they are originated. So, hazardous waste like radioactive should be uh, disposed in country in which they are originated. So, these are roles of engineer in achieving a sustainable development. Environmental impact assessment. First, status of existing environmental conditions. All parameters such as physical and social environment should be studied in detail. So, all physical and social environment should be studied in detail. Study of project activities. In manufacturing industry, during manufacturing of any product, understanding process details include the raw material requirement needs to be understood completely before carrying out an EIA. So before carrying an EIA, these things must be considered, like process details should be understood, then raw material requirement needs to be understood, and uh, now, suggestions to minimize adverse effects. Waste discharged in environmental form, particular form from a particular industry, such as sugar, pharmaceutical industry, may have harmful effects in it. So, waste which is discharged from sugar or pharmaceutical industry may have harmful effects in it. So, suggestions to these are suggestions to minimize adverse effect. Now, pollution abatement. Many techniques are available for reducing all type of pollution such as air, water, land, etc. Now, identifying damages. Quantifying the damage is also an important task for predicting the likely impacts. Exposure to vehicular pollution, even for small duration, increase level of carbon monoxide. Now, energy scenario. First, primary and secondary energy. Common primary energy sources are coal, oil, natural gas, etc. So, primary energy sources are coal, oil, natural gas, etc. Now, commercial and non-commercial energy. First is commercial energy sources which are available in market for a definitive price. Then it forms basis of industrial, agricultural, transport. So it is commercial energy. Non-commercial energy sources which are available in commercial market for a price are classified as non-commercial energy. So energy sources which are available in commercial market for a price are non-commercial energy.